Io, diciamo, sono abituata a leggere tutta la sceneggiatura, anche se
Well,
il
I'm
ruolo.
used to reading the whole script, obviously, because this is my role.
Devo dire però che ho anche
However, I'll
molto
have to
sentito la
point
parte di
out that I
Battiston, nel
kind
senso
of
che,
felt the part of Battiston, because above all,
in una prima lettura mi sono molto
after
medesima
having read the
nella
script
madre
for the
come
first
madre,
time,
per cui ho
I
avuto
also
difficoltà
could identify with the
con grande invece
wife.
allegria, però
So to
ho
me it was
sentito
rather
la
easy to
difficoltà
play
del
that
ruolo del
part,
marito,
but I
no?
also felt the difficulty
Sentivo
of
che,
the character of
c'è
the
una scena molto
husband.
bella, io devo
There's a
dire, non ho ancora
beautiful
visto il
scene. I haven't
film
really seen the
completo,
whole
c'è una scena
film
molto
yet,
bella
but
in
there's a
cui
beautiful scene
loro
where
entrano nella
they
doccia e
go
fanno
into the shower
moglie, che è una
and
cosa,
they
diciamo,
go
molto
into the
intima,
shower
e
together.
lì ho
It's a very
sentito
intimate
proprio la
moment in
difficoltà
time, and here I could literally feel the difficulty for Alba to play that part in that scene. That is the passion, to show all this passion. How could she play this part? How, after having felt all this big passion, how could she play an actress, or how could she play her part in the everyday life? So I've tried to do my job as best as I could, obviously.
Weitere Fragen?
Are there any further questions?
Ich hätte noch eine Frage für Silvio Soldini.
I've got a question to Silvio Soldini. Apart from these black cuts, these black screens, as far as the visual aspects, the design is concerned, what did you think about the film? What was your visual concept you had at the beginning of the film?
Continuare un pochino il discorso iniziato con
Well, it was a little bit continuing along the same lines as with the former film Days and Clouds. Well, to express it with a metaphor, I wanted to take the camera, I wanted to go out in the street, I wanted to go take a buzz and find the protagonist and follow the protagonist, because it's a film where the characters are followed a lot in their work, in their everyday life, in their reality, because very often the camera is behind them. So this was an attempt to be together with the actors. For example, the first time when they go into Domenico's house, a little bit of time passes, half an hour or so in the film, before there's really a possibility to discover who is he and the family, and there you go into the house together with him. And this is something, this also ensues from certain experiences I made during the past years. I've definitely worked a lot on the style as far as the cinematography and the editing is concerned, because with Carlotta and Cristiano we've worked a lot for the editing, because I believe that the editing of a film is very important, especially in this film. Apart from these black screens, we wanted to create an internal music to the film, and these were things that seemed important. It was important to tell this in order to move forward in the story of the film. And then at the end there are a bit longer shots. In the story. Could you say that the director and the cinematographer were very intimate, but at the same time they also took a certain distance? Why do you say a certain distance? That is not to be invasive. This is what I meant by saying having a certain distance. No, definitely they are not invasive. Of course not. Generally speaking, yes, especially in the sexual scenes when they have sex together. But, well, they are always very close. The camera is always very close to the camera, and the camera never tries to judge on them. There is a question over there.
Buongiorno, Soldini.
Good evening. Question to Soldini.
Questo finale immagino sia perché, essendo
Well,
una
the
storia
end
molto
of the
comune,
film,
forse voleva lasciarsi la
maybe
possibilità a tutti quanti che ci vedessero la propria figlia.
you wanted to have an open
che
ending,
cosa
so all the
raccontava questa
possibilities
storia?
are
Perché non
still
ci ha
there.
raccontato
But
quella
why
storia?
didn't he tell that story?
la storia della mia amica.
What story? Of my friend, you mean?
No, la storia della mia amica l'ho usata come pretesto per
No,
iniziare.
I took
No,
the
lei-
story
lei
of
si
my
era
friend
diversa,
as a starting point. No, she's expecting a child.
Il problema è da
Però insomma non volevo fare un film su di lei.
No, but I didn't want to make a film on this friend of
partire
mine.
da lì per
I
poi
just used her story as a starting point
dare
for my
adesso
film.
qualcosa
And
di-
then I wanted to develop
che abbiamo
something
inventato insieme a
different, something
Loriana
that
e
we
Angelo.
invented together with Loriana and Angelo.
Ma cercando di lavorare, di capire un pochino anche perché
Well, it was also,
poi
that we
c'è-
tried to,
c'è una certa paura in realtà,
Understand
anche per
this.
questioni economiche eccetera,
There's a certain anxiety also for economic reasons.
a mollare tutto.
Maybe to leave everything behind. There's a certain anxiety. They're scared. They are scared to go and try something new. And I think that this anxiety is rather increasing instead of decreasing recently. I don't think.
Rispetto al finale, se devo schierarmi, io mi schiero.
Well, as far as the
Credo
end
in
is
fondo mi
concerned,
schiero con Domenico.
I think I'd rather stick with Domenico.
Nel senso che Anna, insomma, alla
In the
fine non
sense
ha
that,
molta
well,
pazienza.
Anna, she's not very patient, is she?
Gli si chiede di aspettare un pochino, di mettere le cose a
He
posto, e lei a
asked
quel
her
punto
to wait for a little bit
decide
in
di
order to
decidere.
sort everything out, but she wants to have an immediate decision as far as their situation is concerned, and she says she can't wait, she can't go on like
Non può
this.
tornare a
She
quella
can't
vita,
go
ha
back
le sue
to this
ragioni,
old
però
life. She's got her reasons to this, but he's got his reasons as well.
non vuole neanche che ci si schieri con uno o con l'altro.
And,
provocatoriamente dico
well,
questa cosa,
I say this in a provocative
Questa è la
way,
mia-
but this is
il mio tentativo.
my idea about it.
Ecco cos'era.
Well, maybe there can be a second film with the second part of what will happen then. Is there a last question? We've got time for one last question.
La mia curiosità è
I'm very curious
come
about
gli è
one
venuta
thing.
l'idea di questo.
How did you have the idea that is
nel
this
parcheggio.
motel and the parking place? This is something extraordinary, really.
Esiste nella realtà.
No, this is something that exists in real life. There are motels in
Quando ho
real life.
cominciato a scrivere il film,
When we started
mi era
writing the
stato
script,
raccontato da questa amica, ma poi
well,
su
my
internet
friend
abbiamo
told me
scoperto
about
che
it, but we also did a research
esistono
on the
dei forum
internet,
in
and
cui
we
la gente
realized that there are forums in the internet where there are
domanda,
people
risponde
who
dove
ask questions. They ask where could we go, which one is the best motel to go to, etc., etc.
cioè, sono molto frequentati. tutti
So
i motel,
there are quite a lot of people going to these motels around the city of Milan. There's quite some traffic, and we went there as well, by the way, for a certain period of time, together with my script writers, and then together with the actors and actresses, of
Ce n'è uno
course.
che si chiama Cosa voglio di più adesso.
There's one that is called What More Do I Want Now, and they've got a website.
No, c'è tanta gente che non sa dove andare.
No, there are so many people who don't know where to go in these situations. So we started a motel chain. This is off mic, the interpreter is sorry, but this is off mic.
Okay, wenn es keine weiteren Fragen gibt, ich bedanke
Okay.
mich bei unseren Gästen.
So if there are no further questions, I would like to thank our guests. Thank you very much for this film, and I see you soon.
questions.